Most Shopify store owners are making the same mistake with their email marketing. They open Klaviyo, they find the newsletter list, and then they send to that every single campaign. And I completely understand this, right? Because what do people talk about? They talk about your email list, right? No one's saying your email segment. They say send to your email list. So I fully understand why people can get this wrong. They go into Klaviyo, they see their newsletter list, they think, okay, great, that's grown to 5,000, 10,000, whatever, let's send it to them. The problem is, if the number of people on your list who are not opening keeps growing and growing and growing, that starts sending bad signals to all the email service providers that they are not interested in opening your emails. And what happens? Your deliverability starts going down, open rates start going down, click rates start going down, and of course, purchases start going down. So the thing is, this is the confusing bit. When you're sending to your entire list every single time, you're not actually sending to more people. You're actually sending to less people when your deliverability gets bad because they're not seeing the campaigns. It's going in promotion, it's going in spam. So even though you're sending to your entire list, but if you've got bad deliverability, less people are actually seeing it. In this video, I'm going to show you the only 3 segments that you're ever going to need if you're under 8 figures. The 90-day engage segment, the never purchase segment, and the VIP segment. And then a bonus segment at the end to keep growing your 90-day engage segment. That's it. No overcomplication, just these 3 that move the needle. Every single time I open a new Klaviyo account, the first thing I do is I go and check who they're sending their campaigns to. And almost every single time they're sending to their entire list. Apart from that, sometimes people send to like super hyper segmented things like anyone who viewed this product, clicked this email in the last 30 days, whatever, you know, super segmented things. But most of the time I see people sending to their entire list. And I get it, right? That's what people talk about when they talk about email. They talk about email list, you know? So when you start doing your emails, you're not actually thinking about segmentation. You look at it maybe on Klaviyo, you see segments, you think, well, what is that? I don't know what that is. I want to do send to a list. So I fully understand it. But the problem with that is that nobody ever gets removed from it. So the people who stopped opening their emails 6 months ago, they're still on that list. Anyone who hasn't clicked in a whole year, they're still on that list. So here's why this is so dangerous. In the beginning, it's fine. When you start your Klaviyo and you start sending campaigns, the first few campaigns are going to go pretty good. They're going to look good. It's good, like the first time that people have ever been emailed, they're like, oh yeah, that store I bought for them. That's cool. Here's an email. Oh, it's a new product or it's a discount. Yeah, I'm going to buy. Great. Okay, good. So it's all new. It's fresh. In the beginning, it works. But the problem is over time, people lose interest. So if you just keep sending to that same list that just grows and grows and grows, what happens is the list of people who stop opening and stop clicking also grows and grows and grows. And eventually that outweighs the people who are engaged. So because this is not a dynamic segment, it's just a list that keeps growing and growing and growing, you're just going to end up sending more and more to people who are not interested at all. And slowly but surely, this ends up killing your deliverability. So generally speaking, what happens when you do this is that eventually everything stops working. You may have set up your welcome series in a beautiful, well-converting way. Your abandoned cards might be amazing. Your campaigns might be amazing. I mean, I've literally seen this in an account recently. Like I was looking at the flows, looking at the campaigns. I was like, these are amazing, but their open rates were like 20%. Click rates like 0.1%. And the full reason for this comes down to the deliverability because it just kept blasting to the same people who were not opening their campaigns again and again and again. So when your deliverability goes down, you just stop going in the inbox. And obviously, if people are not seeing your campaigns, they can't open it, can they? If it's in the promotions or the spam, they literally just can't open the campaigns because they just don't see them. It's not that your emails are a problem. It's not that they need to be tweaked and set up better for conversions or better subject lines. You can test and test and test till the cows come home, but it's just not going to improve anything at all because your deliverability is so bad. So generally in my agency, we average about 60% open rates. And sure, we've got good subject lines and preview text and, you know, we send good content. We send text-based campaigns as well. But the thing is, it's mainly down to that segment, you know, sending to people who are opening. It's quite easy. There's no like crazy trick. It's quite easy to just set up the segment and keep sending to those people. Now, of course, you do have to have good subject lines and, you know, good preview text and good campaigns that make people want to keep opening. But the very, very first part, setting up that segment is the most important thing. So we average 60%, but if you are sending campaigns and your open rate's 30%, well, that's half the people who are seeing your campaign. Then that's going to be half the people open it, half the people who click it, and then maybe even half the people who are buying. So it really, really is the most important factor when it comes to email marketing overall. If you're not landing in the inbox, people can't see your emails, so they can't open them. All right, so here's just a little bit of proof of how well this can change your email marketing, right? We had a client join just over a month ago, right? Around January 14th. And at the time, the deliverability score was 40. Got it up to 75 now. It's good. It's doing well. But let me just show you the revenue per recipient what it used to be for their welcome series and what it is now. So here we are. We're just looking at December 14th to January 14th. January 14th is when we started with them. And you can see their welcome series here was averaging 28 pence revenue per recipient. Okay, so pretty low. It's not too great. But let's fast forward to the last 30 days. And here you go, 72 pence revenue per recipient. Now, that is more than double. And of course, we did edit their welcome flow a little bit. We improved upon it. But a lot of that was also due to deliverability, because before their welcome series, it wasn't getting the opens. It was around 30%. But this welcome series is achieving much better than that. And with the deliverability, it's landing in the inbox and people are seeing it and opening it. So if you keep ignoring deliverability, right? And if you just keep sending all your campaigns to the same big list that just keeps growing, and you're not removing the people who are not opening emails, you're just going to end up in spam. You're going to end up in the promotions tab. And then worst case scenario, you might end up on blacklist, right? So there are these blacklists out there that Google and Yahoo and Hotmail, Outlook, all that. They create these blacklists and they say, right, this sender is just terrible, and you get put on the blacklist. And once that happens, it's really, really hard to get out of that. But that's really worst case scenario. That's when deliverability is just so bad you can't rescue it. Luckily enough, most Klaviyo accounts are not at that stage, and it can be rescued. All right, so let's get into the 3 segments that you need. These are just the only 3 segments that most stores need. If you're an 8-figure store and you've got hundreds of thousands on your list, okay, you can get a little bit more nuance. But if you're not 8-figure, these are the 3 segments that you really need to worry about. All right, so to make the segment, all you have to do, go into the audience section here and then list and segments, and then click create, and then create segment. So I'm going to do this in 2 ways. One way is the AI way, and it's pretty quick, but then we'll just talk about it afterwards. So anyone who has opened or clicked in the last 90 days or made a purchase in the last 30 days and can receive email marketing. So I know how to do this because I know how the segments really work, and I know how to talk to the AI, because the AI is not perfect. But if you talk to it in this way with the or, and like that, it will set it up. It should set it up perfectly. So let's have a look. It normally does. So let's just put a name in there now. So 90 days engaged. That's just what I'll call it. All right. So what someone has or has not done: opened email at least once in the last 90 days. Clicked email at least once in the last 90 days. And then you've got the or there, right? Because you want anyone who's done that or anyone who's done that, okay? Anyone who's opened or anyone who's clicked. You got to have both in there. If you put and, that means they had to have opened and clicked, right? So watch what happens to this number here. So we got 8,353. Watch what happens when I click and. It's going to go way down, right? So these 955 people are the only ones in the last 90 days who have opened and clicked. It's a lot less, but you know, this is why we send regular campaigns, because you want to just keep people interested, and the open rate is the most important thing. Then I like to include placed order at least once in the last 30 days. So the reason I do this is because these people generally are hot, okay? They've just made a purchase, so they're probably quite likely to open email. And then lastly, if someone can receive email marketing. So obviously can receive email marketing there. You've got to have that in there, because you really can't send to people who have unsubscribed. That will get you in a world of mess. All right, so if you want to set this up the manual way and you struggle to do the typing, you know, because you haven't done it as much as me, this is how you do it. So you just do select condition, what someone has or has not done, find open there, opened email at least once in the last 90 days. Okay, there you go. And then add a condition, and then it goes or, and then we do what someone has or has not done, clicked email at least once in the last 90 days. And then we got another or, what someone has or has not done. And then this time it's placed order at least once in the last 30 days. And then we add a condition and we select and this one is can receive email marketing. And then that's it. That's how you set up the 90-day engage segment. And honestly, this is the segment that you're going to use for 95% of your campaigns. Don't worry about getting tricky. Don't think about hyper-specific things. Email is a volume game. Sales is a volume game. You hear this everywhere. People always say it's a volume game. It's a volume game. And if you start getting hyper specific and sending specific products to people who viewed other specific products, you're going to be missing out on a broad range of people. And the most important thing to consider is that you have to capture people who are ready to buy. Someone who's ready to buy. You may set up the most hyper specific segment and it's talking exactly to their pain points and an exact product that they really want, but they might not be ready to buy. They may have already bought, or they may already have the product, or they may not even want it. If you're sending to less people, basically you've got a less chance that you're going to hit someone who is actually ready to buy. So if you're under 8 figures, really the broader you send, the better. And really this is how you keep your deliverability healthy, right? This is the very first most important step. If you only send to people who have opened or clicked in the last 90 days, your deliverability should just remain healthy. Of course, you've got to have decent campaigns. You've got to have decent subject lines. But really, if you are sending to people who are opening and clicking, then it naturally just filters out everybody else. So even if you have ugly campaigns and, they're not set up great, of course, that list is going to get smaller and smaller and smaller, but your deliverability will still stay the same. It will still be good because you're only sending to people who are actually interested in the emails. Now we're going to set up the segment for someone who's not made a purchase all time, but they are engaged with email. And the thing is, you have to set it up so that they have been engaged with email for at least 30 days, right? Because if you think about it, someone might sign up to the welcome series, receive the email one, open it, boom, they go into 90-day engaged immediately, but they've only been subscribed for 1 day. So you've got to give them a little bit of chance to make a purchase. So let's set up this segment here. So never purchase, all time, engaged 90 days, subscribed 30 days ago. All right, so what someone has or has not done, placed order is 0 times over all time. And this one is now an and it's what someone has or has not done, opened email at least once in the last 90 days, or what someone has or has not done, clicked email at least once in the last 90 days. And then we move on to this and what someone has or has not done, subscribe to email marketing at least once, at least 30 days ago. So you see that there, it says ago. So that appears after you, you do that at least 30 days ago. So basically, you're just going to eliminate anyone who's subscribed to email marketing within the last 30 days. And then finally, we do another and it's simply can receive email marketing. So that's how you set up the segment for engaged people who have never made a purchase, and as long as they've not been subscribed for less than 30 days. So this is super important to use in order to get these people pushed over the line. So they're engaged with email, they're opening it, they like it, but they just haven't made a purchase yet. So you can send really different campaigns to these people to just get them over the line. A free product, a promotion, some extra info, write back to us, let us know why you haven't purchased. There's all sorts you can do with this to help get them over the line. Now, finally, onto the VIP segment. So these are obviously people who keep buying from you. Happy days. But this may be different for your store, right? This is very, very dependent on how often people buy from you. If you've got like something that is a consumer good and people buy regularly because it runs out, this might be up to like 5 purchases, 6 purchases. But if you've got a very expensive one-off product, it might just be 2 purchases. So you've really got to gauge it based on your own store data and how often people really shop with you. So let's just set this up here in just an example way, VIP segment. So we're just going to say 3+ orders last 365 days. So that's all that is. So here we go. We're just going to do what someone has or has not done, placed order. And then here we're going to be is at least 3 in the last 365 days. All right. So that's just an example. If people buy from you 5 times a year, then you probably want to push that up to like 5 or 6. All right. If a good customer is buying 5 times a year, then that's where you want to push it up to. If it's less than that, then you can make it less. So placed orders at least 3 times in the last 365 days. And then we've got to do our usual stuff. So put in the engage bit, what someone has or has not done. All right, so there you go. It's fully set up there. We've got placed order is at least 3 in the last 365 days, and then opened email in the last 90 or clicked email in the last 90 and can receive email marketing. So that's how you set that up with just placed order. Now, you may want to set it up with order value. So if someone made one huge order or they bought something really, really expensive, you may want to put them in the VIP list anyway. All right, so this is how you add the value in. So you just go down here to add condition. This time you keep it as or, and then what someone has or has not done. And then this time it's called order product value. So there it is. And then we're just going to go is at least, and then imagine a really big order for you is 300. So 300 and then in the last 365. Okay. So that's going to include anyone who's ordered less than 3 times, but they ordered at least $300 or pounds worth of product. All right. So if you are in a mess, right, and your deliverability score is way down and you have been sending to your entire list for a long time, then this is what you got to do, right? Basically, you just got to use the same structure as the 90-day engage, but then really, really tighten it up. All right. So it's just set up in the same way, but it's just a shorter time frame. That's all it is. So here we go. Let's just make engaged 14 days. So you just do what someone has or has not done. Open email at least once in the last 14 days. Or what someone has or has not done. Clicked email at least once in the last 14 days. And then finally again, and can receive email marketing. Okay. So that's a super tight segment that. When you start to get good open rates, you know, anything above 45%, maybe 50%, then you can start expanding it out. If your click rates raise up as well, that's good as well. But generally you want to be looking at open rates because click rates can be very variable across different niches. So just go on the open rate. So if it gets to like 45%, 50% with the 14-day, then you might want to be able to just expand it out a bit. So send a few campaigns at this with this 14-day segment and then go on to 30 days. And then all you'd have to do is just change this here to 30, change that to 30, and then that's it really. So expand out to 30. If your open rates are still decent, you know, you send 2-3 campaigns with this, great. Then you can expand it out again. You go to 60, and then you send a few campaigns at that. And, you know, you just monitor it, right? So if it doesn't start improving at 60 or something, imagine you do it at 60 and it just starts dipping a little bit. It's like 40% open rates. Go back to the 30-day engaged one and you just work with it. So you just send it, see what the open rates are, decide do you want to stay at the same, expand it out a bit, or do you need to go back a bit and tighten it up? So basically the shorter the time frame, the higher the open rate should be, because the shorter the time frame, these people have shown interest very recently and they're more likely to open than people who haven't opened for like 75 days, for example. Finally, a bonus segment, right? And this one is super simple. And all it is a way of re-engaging people back into the engaged segment. So all you have to do for this one is can receive email marketing, right? And you just do this, can receive email marketing, boom, that's it. So obviously this is going to be your broadest segment that you can possibly send. It's basically anyone who is still subscribed. And you send this maybe once a month, maybe twice a month at the most. As long as the campaign is really juicy, it might be a good promo, a product launch, something really special that can re-engage people who haven't opened for a while. The second reason why you do this is also to try and grow your engaged segment. So people that fall off, they may have just forgotten about you. They may not have used the product for a while, but then they get interested again when you send one of these campaigns. They're like, oh yeah, I like that store. Let me check it out again. I've just seen an email. And they open it and then they start opening again. So that's the best case scenario. You re-engage people and then they start opening again and again over time. And then of course, making purchases. So can receive email marketing. That's all you have to do. And you just send this once, maximum twice in a month. And it has to be a really good campaign. So there you have it. You know, those are the 3 segments that you need if you're under 8 figures a year. This is what we use in our agency for the 7-figure stores that we help out. You know, just the 90-day engaged, the VIP segment, and the never purchase segment. Those are the ones that we use most of the time. And if I'm honest, I bet 8-figure stores do the same. Yeah, you can send more granular campaigns when you get to 8-figure, but I bet most of the time they're sending to the 90-day engaged. That's your bread and butter. That's going to be the one that you're going to be using for 95% of your campaigns. And then every now and again, a push on the never purchase, and every now and again, a little bonus for the VIP people.